AM 560. The Answer.
I'm going to play you something that you've heard, all right? And you've heard it from me. I play it because it's a confession. What you're about to hear is a confession, and what you're about to hear was in the public knowledge, in the public eye, prior to the challenge before the Supreme Court of Obamacare. I want you to take that into consideration when you realize. I'll never forget, Honey Bunny. Remember we had the attorney on who argued the case for the people? He didn't even want to talk about it. He was a brilliant attorney. We were talking to him about a book he had written, and he argued this case before the Supreme Court. And what I'm playing you right now was out years, 2 years, 3 years before the law, the fascistic Nazi commie law known as Obamacare or Affordable Care Act, which drove up the premiums 1,000%, depending on what you had, from $500 to $5,000. Businesses, millions and millions of businesses put out of business. Tens of millions of lives changed. American, decent people. All to put in the cockroach. And you listen to me when I say this to you. Cockroaches. Cockroaches! Illegal aliens. Millions of them are on Obamacare. Scams. No Social Security numbers, nothing. People pay nothing. All of it was out before John Roberts rewrote the argument, because the argument was it was a penalty. It was argued before the Supreme Court. It's a penalty, it's a penalty, it's a penalty, it's a penalty. John Roberts went into his chambers. Whether he got a phone call, whether he just wanted to be a god, he rewrote it as a tax. That means he discounted the argument for it. And he rewrote it in his chambers. He helped Jonathan Gruber, who admitted that he lied about what it was, and he hid it in a multi-thousand-page bill.
You just literally cannot do it. Okay? Transparent financing, unless I have transparent financing, also transparent spending. I mean, this bill was written in a tortured way to make sure CBO did not score the mandate as taxes. If CBO scored the mandate as taxes, the bill dies. Okay, so it's written to do that. In terms of risk-rated subsidies, if you had a law which said healthy people are going to pay in, it made explicit that healthy people pay in and sick people get money, it would not have passed. Okay, just like lack of transparency is a huge political advantage. And basically, call it the stupidity of the American voter or whatever. But basically, that was really, really critical to get anything to pass. And, it's the second best argument. Look, I wish Mark was right. We can make it all transparent, but I'd rather have this law than not.
And do me a favor when you hear all the arguments, and you'll hear them. Fight the communists! That is communism. Right there. And you know who gave it a rubber stamp? John fracking Roberts. John Roberts gave it a rubber stamp. Impeach him. That is a high crime and a misdemeanor in the classic sense. He betrayed what George Bush told us, what the senators approved. He betrayed America. Sharon, Glendale Heights.
Hi there. I'm a 71-year-old woman from the Midwest, and when my dad was 19, he was on a sub right after Pearl Harbor was hit. So there's such a change in the character of the people. But, I saw something today on Epoch Times where a Haitian woman was eagerly waiting to get in, obviously 6 to 9 months pregnant at the border, and the agents stopped her because what they did, immediately Trump went into action, is demanding our do-nothing Congress to pass immigration law, number one, and make it stick. And number two, they are turning them away because they are part of the NGO plot. I don't care what you call them. It could be Catholic Charities or any one of them. They are the ones behind this, and they need to be defranchised immediately. The Chinese have basically sent people here paying them for their women to drop and plop their kids here, return to China, be indoctrinated into the Chinese philosophy, the communist philosophy, and then come back and help undermine the country. This is what these idiots have let in.
Sharon, I have on the board the Chinese scandal goes back to the 80s. The 80s when they were doing this. But go ahead.
Yeah, terrible. Anyway, the bottom line is this. Roberts probably should have died of his brain tumor. That's a horrible thing to say. He had one 30 years ago. He came out of it, and evidently the surgery basically has blocked whatever judgment he might have graduated law school with.
You're going to give him a medical? Careful now. He'll end up on disability. I don't think it's medical. It's a character problem. You know
well,
who put...
he's got a very bad problem, and people have suffered from him. It's really disgusting.
You can't quantify the damage that these two decisions... You can't quantify the first one, Obamacare. It's still doing it. It's still doing it. And what was the penalty? He gets to go to cocktail parties with Caligula for nerds called Washington, D.C., where they're all stooping each other. They're the scum of the earth. Ugh. George, Naperville.
Yeah, why did 60 Minutes deep six what that guy exposed about Obamacare? Where's our watchdog, Sean?
Oh, please, Leslie Stahl. How do you think she got the job? When you hear this, I don't want to play the mother. I don't know if I could do it. I can't get over how long and how obvious all of this is, and these idiots, these crooked idiots, and they're playing on the regression of not just the national patriotism. There's always been traitors and scum. The national IQ. They are playing on the national IQ. They know what this Chicago public schools, New York public schools, California public schools. You've got functioning illiterate morons out there who think they're part of a party. They don't even know what the hell it is, and what it has become.
If making it easy to be an illegal alien isn't enough, how about offering a reward for being an illegal immigrant? No sane country would do that, right? Guess again. If you break our laws by entering this country without permission and give birth to a child, we reward that child with U.S. citizenship and guarantee of full access to all public and social services this society provides. And that's a lot of services. Is it any wonder that 2/3 of the babies born at taxpayer expense at county-run hospitals in Los Angeles are born to illegal alien mothers?
That's a scumbag Democrat, the head of the Senate, a low-life fraud whose kids made a fortune selling real estate in Nevada to Chinese communists. I mean a fortune. And that low-life thief, fraud, Democrat gangster, he knew right from wrong. He knew exactly what was going to happen. And back then, that was 93. Where is it, Squirrel? 94. Is this the one from 94?
For months, neighbors in this upscale Los Angeles community noticed something out of the ordinary coming and going from this townhouse.
You know, it's a lot of pregnant women. And so it got my attention once, and then twice, and then the third time, and then went on like something that you would see daily.
Neighbors finally found out the home was being used as a maternity center for Chinese mothers. City officials say the women were paying thousands of dollars to give birth in the U.S., so their children would automatically get American citizenship.
What John Roberts says, now you guys stay too. Parents stay, cousins stay. How deep you go? How deep does it go, the corruption that is? Eduardo, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Sean, thank you for taking my call. Yeah, that's a shame with that 15-year-old that was convicted of killing that post office. It is time to throw the father and mother in jail along with the son and daughter.
Oh, I don't know about that, brother. I don't go along with that for anything. I really don't. I really don't. Because listen to me. There are wonderful people out there, wonderful, whose kids make terrible decisions. No. Each individual is the responsibility of their own character. Yeah, you can't do that. There's too many good people that have too many bad kids. I mean, just look around. Corey, Woodlawn.
Hey, thanks for taking the call, Sean. You know, one thing just came to me while I was sitting waiting on you to answer the call. They're getting a chance to rewrite the Constitution with every case that comes in front of them. To amend the Constitution, Article 5 has a long process. They get to take a case like the 14th Amendment clause and rewrite it in front of our face. They don't have to go to Congress. They don't have to get 3/5 of Congress, 3/5 of the states. They just have to rewrite these stupid cases, and they've already amended the Constitution.
Here's a congressman from today. I want you to hear this.
We are the owners of that document, the Constitution, an elastic document that will stretch to include everybody. And so we will continue to stand united to defend that document, protect our freedoms, and fight for America, for every child, so that every child has the opportunity to achieve the American dream.
So see, and then he goes on to speak in that savage tongue. But understand something. They win because we don't make the argument that document never stretches. That document is iron. And that document makes all of your schemes of enslaving me to your liability, enslaving me to your moron kids, enslaving me to drug addicts, illegal aliens, and low-living people I don't even want to be in the same nation with, enslaving me to them. That, you know what that Constitution does? It protects me from that liability. And that's all it does.
Thanks, Sean.
That's all it does. And that's the argument to have. I don't give a rip about your problems. Not at all. This country is built on me, the individual, the smallest minority, regardless of the melanoma in my skin, melanin, whatever, regardless of anything. If I'm an Asian with a cleft palate and a club foot, so what? That's my problem, not yours. That's how it's supposed to be. You want to be socialist? Throw your money in the pot. Go ahead. I dare you. Give it all to the Catholics. They'll be fine. You'll end up smuggling more kids over here than if you were flying the plane on for Epstein himself. Kevin in Las Vegas.
Sean, I just had a light bulb go off when you said, did John Roberts wait to get the phone call in the back room when he rewrote Obamacare? So you play that Gruber clip all the time. So they specifically avoided writing it as a tax so we could get all the way to the finish line, and then, boom, rewrite it as the tax, and you got yourself a new law.
Exactly.
It is diabolical, to say the least.
Well, think about, and then here's the other thing. Most people forget now. You had the Cornhusker hustle. You had the Louisiana Purchase. You had the Alaska bribery scam.
For sure. They bribe everybody.
Yeah, bribe them all.
Yeah.
Take billions and billions and billions and billions. All Democrats. And that's not fascism. And the law itself, there has never been an example of a policy at a greater fail in a shorter amount of time than Obamacare. Would anybody ever challenge it again? Anybody ever challenge it? Oh, what are you going to do? I mean, after all, he's a Republican.
No.
Is he a conservative? Get the frack out of here. He's a scumbag. Impeach him.